Hello and welcome to ThunderSteve85's YouTube channel. I am your host, ThunderSteve, and today we're going to be going over an interesting item. We're going to be doing the full unboxing as well as a play test. But first I want to, drop some knowledge, make sure everyone knows what we're going to be looking at here today. This product kind of came out of left field. Obviously, I don't think any of us were really expecting to get a GameCube joypad for the Nintendo Switch, because as we all know, GameCube came out back in, if I recall, November 2001. I was a sophomore in high school at the time, so long time ago. I have fond memories of GameCube. I was super excited for it when it not even when it first came out, but when the rumors were going about. And it had the code name of the Nintendo Dolphin, and it was just exciting, man. The successor to the N64, which, again, many of us have fond memories of. So I was really excited. I was intrigued when I saw this controller here. And I'm like, dude, really? A GameCube Joy-Con? Sounds interesting. And even that, like when I play Smash Brothers, I use the GameCube controller for the Switch. It just feels right. And so to be able to have like that sort of control playing on the OLED Switch portably, like that's pretty cool. So I'm interested. So let's go ahead and take a few looks here at the photo shoot that they put up here on the website. As you can see, it's real nice. It's the classic purple GameCube color scheme here. And right down to all the buttons, too. I mean, everything looks like a GameCube controller. And, we have a few facts on here. Wireless, 6-axis gyro controls, turbo, dual shock, map button indicator. Just a bunch of fancy words here. Hall effect joystick. So, one thing that they're claiming is you will never have drift on this, which is cool. Now I bought a Switch on launch day. I've never had drift, so I know it's real. I'm on the internet, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Reddit, I go to all the gaming websites. I'm well aware of the drift. Thankfully I haven't had to deal with it, but I know it's real, so I gotta imagine that this is pretty important to a lot of people, right? Burst setting, you got a back button setting, tactical buttons trigger, lighter, less resistance, and only 0.3 millimeter trigger distance. One thing that's cool, they got illuminated buttons. It's nice. Is it a need? No, but it's cool, right? So I'll take it. 5 levels of vibration. So some pretty good vibrations right there, right? Again, do we need this? No. But is it cool? Sure. I'll take it. I'm really getting it for the actual controls is why I bought it, The GameCube controller, if you've never used it before, it's one of the nicest controllers. It's a lot of people have said, and I said the same thing when it came out. It feels like it really melts into your hands nicely. And so there's the pictures. We can go down a little bit here, kind of take a look. So key features. Again, like I just said before, I haven't even read this yet, but the preferred gamepad for Smash Brothers Ultimate. Hall effect joystick with no drifting. Co-production with K-Silver. Joystick upgrade using the electromagnetic principle. Extremely improves the drift problem. Designed for performance, ZR, ZL buttons are quieter, lighter, of less resistance, have shorter trigger distances to help you shoot faster. One thing I just thought of too is like the Super Mario 3D collection. It would be nice to use this controller playing Super Mario Sunshine, right? I don't know if we'll get any more GameCube ports. Obviously, there's always rumors abound about possibility of getting Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, And even more recently, the rumors in the last, 3-4 days has been we might get F-Zero GameCube on the Switch. So again, it would be pretty cool to have a GameCube controller that you could use portably. Removable joysticks, replaceable joystick ring, ergonomic 9-slip design, wireless connection, and long-lasting performance. Adjustable turbo mapping function, one-key wake-up and screenshot function. Says you got 8.5 hours of playtime. That seems like plenty. I don't know about you, but like I charge my controllers on the regular when I'm not using them. So that's never an issue for me. I do understand if you're traveling, you're not able to do that, but 8.5 hours is solid. Like that's more than enough for me. So it says it comes with the joypad for Switch, the frame, the USB charging cable, and a user manual. And again, if you go to the website, it talks more about it. It has some more pictures, gives a little bit more detail, but I think we all get the point by now of what this is trying to achieve. So right now there's 20 reviews. Again, this just came out. I got it in the mail a few days ago. 20 reviews, 4.8 out of 5. So it appears that everyone who's buying it is actually really liking it. And this may live up to the hype. We're going to find out in a moment. So stay tuned. We're going to jump over to the next segment here where I do the unboxing. And then after the unboxing, we'll actually do a little play test on it. See how, like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers handles. And maybe we'll even try out a little Super Mario Sunshine. Okay, guys, now without further ado, we will go ahead and get this baby unboxed, see how it looks. Check out all the contents in it, okay? So, oh yeah, look at that. Smith & Wesson. Okay. Voila. Very nice. Comes in a little sandwich bag. Okay. Packaging looks nice, as you guys can see. NYXI Wizard for Nintendo Switch, for the Lite, and for the OLED. So now we'll go ahead and check this out, see what's in here. The best way is to open this. I will say, I always like to make sure that I don't completely ravage the box, because some of these products I like to keep the box on. You guys all know how that goes. Some of them resell for a lot more. If you ever do resell, I never have, but if I ever have to, it's nice to have a box if you're selling it, right? So I think this can push out. There we go. Okay. So cover's coming off. Slowly but surely. It's definitely a tight fit, so that's good. And looks like it can open right here. Oh, it's both sides, okay. So, there we go. Again, nice packaging. Everything is individually wrapped, it appears. It's the controller, the instruction manual, USB cable with these attachments. Just make sure there's nothing else in here. I don't feel anything else. Alright, now to the main event. See how the controller feels, right? Okay. The back. And the front. You can hear the D-pad, right? Is the mic picking up on that? Digital click in. I mean, it looks really nice. It feels really nice. Let's see how it plays. Okay guys, now here I want to give you a little demo so you can see how a game that really took advantage of the GameCube controller, that of course is Super Mario Sunshine, give you a little demo as to how this plays in handheld mode, okay? So you can see, you know, I do have lights on in my room. I have studio lights on. You can still see the illumination here on the buttons, which is really cool. And I will say it looks great with all the lights off. I did test it out. But the video quality, of course, doesn't come in very good. So you're just going to have to take my word for that one. But again, I'll kind of give you an idea here. So I can go up to this M that needs to be washed off, right? And just like on the GameCube back in the day, I can go ahead and push in the C-stick and then use the ZR button here. And then I can aim with the actual joystick. So I want to get out of that view, press it in, there we go. Again, get the camera stick here, works great. We're going to go over here now. We'll go ahead and clean up a little bit of this mess, right? So we'll press that in. Press the ZR. And I can aim with the joystick. Makes it super easy. Now, I've played this game, of course, with the Switch Pro controller. And this feels way better. It feels like how it's supposed to. When I played with the Pro controller, I'll be honest with you, I was having a hard time remembering even what to do as far as the controls went. Now maybe that's because, you know, I played Mario Sunshine exclusively on the GameCube growing up. But either way, this feels right, is my point. So if you're wondering how, you know, games that actually controlled with a GameCube controller work, it works great. The vibration is great on this. It's definitely powerful, but it's not overpowering. And again, if it is, you know, there's an option to adjust it. You have 5 different levels of vibration that you can do here. See if I can get this guy. Is that it? Did I get him? I hope so, because I'm about out of water here. So again, it feels really good in your hands. Feels very natural. I'll go ahead and grab this shine. And there we go. So next I'll go ahead and I'm going to put this on the actual TV. And I'm going to capture this from the TV and then give you a view of what it looks like using the controller the normal way, so not in handheld mode, so you can see how it works, how it plays. I'm going to see if it works and plays good. We're going to try Smash Brothers because, of course, that's the ideal game outside of games like Super Mario Sunshine. But that's the ideal game to really test out this controller and put it through its paces. Alright guys, I'm not going to lie. I'm in a very uncomfortable position. I got a lot of wires hanging out around me, behind me. And I got another camera behind me that's going to record the controller here just so you can get an idea of what it's like playing Smash using this controller. But I literally have a camera directly behind me on a tripod, and if I move my chair like at all backwards, it's going to fall into the green screen, the tripod. So I'm going to give you guys a quick match here, okay? And we'll check it out. Again, you can see the buttons are illuminated. They look great. The Toon Link's one of my go-to guys, you know, ever since Toon Link's been introduced into the game. Way back when. For me, I just feel like he's a lot more agile. Toon Link, Young Link, you know, I think all the same for me. Are you serious, guys? That's like the worst weapon in this mode, I think. Not in this mode, but you know what I mean? Like in this, what I mean is on this stage. Worst weapon. I guess to be hit with, clearly. But hey, this works well too because this is creating wind. Great, now he's metal. So I ain't gonna be able to move him either. This is about to be the quickest stock match ever. Now, you probably want to know the important stuff here as far as like, hey, how's the controller feel? It feels nice. It feels, let me say, the way it should. And how I think it should feel and how you think it should feel, it's probably the same, guys, if you're wondering. Yikes. Hey, we're going to play one more, though. Because, one, I hate that stage. Especially given the item that they had. Let's play, let's see here. Let's find one. Temple, we're too spread out in that. Definitely not Pilot Wings. Maybe you go Windy Hill Zone, okay. And where is there you are, buddy? Young Link. Put him in the orange for the Phoenix Suns, my favorite team. Oh, Pikachu, okay. I love the music in Smash Brothers. All the rearranged tracks. The buttons feel great. Like, pressing them in feels good. The B's a little mushy, but in a good way. I know that might sound weird, that a button feels good being mushy. But you're able to press it in, and it feels nice. Like you're actually pressing a button. If that makes sense. I think it has to do with the probably the spring weight. I know, like with like arcade buttons, like I changed out the spring tension weight on my stock. Ooh, smash! I did want to try a smash attack on this. All right. What is it? Attack and... There we go. And we did nothing! What a waste! I know what I was going to say is I changed out the tension on my stock NBA Jam Arcade from Arcade 1-Up. The spring tension to make it more responsive, if that makes sense, as far as the joysticks. So I have a feeling it's something similar, but like you definitely feel it. All of the controls also are just correctly mapped, so I didn't have to do anything in the settings to get this to control like a GameCube controller. But what's weird is it is reading as a Switch Joy-Con in the menu for the Smash Brother controller shit. Ooh, almost fell off there. So long story short, guys, and again, if I sound all over the place, I apologize. I'm going to try to summarize it here for you, though. If you like the GameCube, if you enjoyed the GameCube controller, you will feel at home here. I think everything feels great. I'll be honest, like, when I bought my Switch, I bought the Pro Controller day one. So I wasn't using two Joy-Cons put together with the middle attachment here. This feels totally normal, though. This feels like a GameCube controller. Obviously, you can see that it's not exactly the same width here, but it feels normal. It totally does. The buttons look nice. You know, the little glow here, illuminated buttons. Everything's cool. Playing it in handheld mode, again, we played Mario Sunshine in handheld mode. It felt great. I have no qualms whatsoever with this controller. Would I recommend it? I'd say if you love the GameCube, if you love the GameCube controller, then yes, no doubt about it, I'd recommend it. If you've never played GameCube and you're interested, you've heard good things from us old guys about the GameCube controller, and you want to test it out for yourself, I'd say it's worth it, but I'm not the type of guy who's like gonna stack a ton of different controllers. Meaning, if you come out with a Pro Controller and it's like the PlayStation, you got the DualSense, and then you got the new DualSense that came out that's like 150, 200 bucks. You already got DualSense controllers at work. I understand that it's cool, but I probably wouldn't get it. This is a little different just because I grew up with the GameCube controller like all of us did who, you know, grew up in that age. And so it's really cool to revisit it. I think for Smash Brother fans, you know, like if you absolutely love using a GameCube controller, then you'd really feel at home here. You'd be able to play in handheld mode with GameCube controls, holding your Switch. Now I know you can obviously use a GameCube controller for Switch and use the kickstand on your Switch and play it like that. And that totally works. I've done it. But if you actually want to hold it and use Joy-Cons, this is as good as it gets. I believe it retails for $69.99, which to me is a fine deal. I believe that's how much the Pro Controller is. So again, would I recommend it? Yes, I think it's great. I think it's built very nicely. Everything feels responsive. It feels how a GameCube controller should feel. Okay? So again, hey, thanks everyone for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I tried to give you a couple different views and perspectives of how this works. And so I hope you have a good idea, or at least a better idea now, if you want to end up purchasing this controller. As always, if you're new here to the channel, if this is your first time, please do me a favor and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you and have a great day.